Hello everyone, this is Sanotsu and I'm continuing Colonel Sanders' finger-licking good dating simulator. And I just pressed continue, so I hope this continues where I left it. And if not, well, here we go anyway. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. Oh, no. I guess we are here. Let's see. That was too much behind. Let's see if this is like the more recent one. If I click that. Oh, okay. And yes, okay. Woke up. Yes, salt. In some jurisdictions, salt isn't even legal. Yes, I know, it shouldn't be. Or like sugar shouldn't be legal. Blah blah blah. Simple breakfast, yes, thank you. Nom nom. Yes, yes, yes. And oh, I remember last time I was like, oh no, this brings tear to my eye. I must escape this place. I must leave my crush behind. Oh, yes, and I did go. Okay. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, I was just... But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you out to the speed on the Sage of Miriam. Sure, but... You will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. I can already see this character just twiddling her fingers and be like, I got a date. Suckers. Of course I told him, you'd better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. I mean, I've known this girl since my childhood, yes, but I don't know if she is or not that kind of girl. And what does she mean by that? She's not into hand holding? I guess not. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yes, sir, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving as if that's a typical first day to go on with a talking pressure cooker? That's not typical first date anyways. At least not here where I live. I don't know what rich people do in their first dates. They might even get married, who knows. And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too.
back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him.
You what?
Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. I mean, at this point, can she even say this is an obsession? Yesterday at school, I believe I had too much Colonel inside my mind, so my battle with Ashley went to south. Oh well. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Bob, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Yes, because Bob is an idiot. Because you know he's Bob. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
What's this weirdly? It sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away.
I'll have my swirly with sprinkles. Please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat.
You can get your swiddle dipped too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. Sure, let's go with that. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare become such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerves on suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Oh, yeah, I did that. Oh, well, isn't that convenient? Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Sanotsu, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was planned.
Excuse me, Sanotsu. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Oh shit, that was wrong.
I'm so sorry. It was him saying that. Oh shit. Sanders, I gave you a very bad voice. I'm sorry. Well, okay, fine. It's fine. Let's just move on.
Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel.
I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. Okay, and here's what bugs me a little bit. This is supposed to be a dating game, right? And all of these things that like speaks to my character, to me, it kind of feels like he wants a partner for his business. Like in the last episode, he was saying stuff like he also has like feelings rising for me, but that can actually mean just about him feeling like he has found a partner that has much passion about food, so much passion about food as he has, and he feels like maybe Sanotsu here is my like co-worker in the future or something like that. I don't know. See you inside, Sanotsu. Yeah, see, he doesn't show any actual romantic feelings. He's actually just, everything points that he doesn't want relationship. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages.
Wow, what's that book? It looks like bad news.
It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff.
A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful.
I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase everyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrap out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam.
That is very drastic. Couldn't you do something like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, string around your finger? I've seen that in movies and maybe some shows, but does that really help? A string around your finger? Nah, I don't know. Sounds stupid. Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Cast the forbidden spell. Don't do it after all. Okay, so let's assume it works. Okay, so if I cast the forbidden spell, I'm just doing the school, anything the school offers basically. And he might be like, how rude of Sanotsu to not notice me, and we are supposed to do stuff together today, like some cooking. And if I don't do it, it might go like, I'm jealous because he spends time with Ashley and I'm supposed to hate Ashley. And I don't know. Well, obviously I could play this another time, maybe not do a video, but see what's the result with the other way. But I think this can go so wrong.
I don't want to. But it kind of feels like, I don't know, this might go south either way. Let's do it this. Don't do it after all. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Yeah, let's hope I'm not dreaming too much. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want all of you to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose crunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry, reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Okay, so obviously he is smelling something. And that can actually mean anything. Maybe, yeah, unpredictable. It's an animal after all. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terence! I told you never to come back here! Terence! I will destroy you! Terence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off of his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terence? You better not show your choppy cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terence, but any other squirrel in hearing this dance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Sanotsu, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirls and sparks coming from the back of the room. Clank, what are you doing?
I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane, strapped to a stranger?
Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises.
But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joanne. J and J forever. What's this for my triangle in midair as we descend? Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know?
Bzz, bzz.
Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date.
Beep.
Then take Jeff and Joanne with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care.
Sad beep. Aww. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep. Bzzzt. Ah, you broke your boyfriend. How dare you, Miriam? You broke your delicate boyfriend. Don't you know men are delicate creatures? How dare you? Why am I your best friend if you don't understand this? God dang it.
No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that. Clank.
Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. Okay, doesn't seem familiar, but after all, I haven't seen. Well, maybe Ashley, actually. Maybe. In terms of deep friend footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay?
Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone?
Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way.
You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me?
Of course not. Well, maybe sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Am I saying this to myself? I shouldn't care for Colonel Sanders? You're right, girl, you shouldn't. Just don't care for that person for now. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks.
I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup.
And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants of 1-1, the supposed man and his evil counterpart Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Sanotsu's famous chicken pot pie. Sounds good, actually. Do I really have to do that in real life now? Do I have to make a actual Sanotsu's famous chicken pot pie. I guess I have to. Let's deal that with later though. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Sanotsu, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. Yeah, that happened. I was like, Colonel Sanders this, Colonel Sanders that, his face, our marriage, it was nonsense. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Fess up about your practice dish. Yeah, I will do it. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's a lot of yards to go, man. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Ha ha ha, no. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. What do you mean by that? TLC? Tomato, lettuce, calcium. Oh no, this is something I don't know because I'm not from America, I guess. I don't know. Oh my god. But it will probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. Yes, always pull out. The moment of truth. Wow. He said wow. Excellent. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that will push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Wan and Ashley are prepping widely elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top shelves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She is definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders spatters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Oh, a magic chicken. Sounds good. Egg wars. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth.
Best friend, Buster Blaster!
Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and ride. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed.
Shallow personality spatula.
Okay, fine, I get it, oh god. Even Clank gets in on it. 5 dial Brestle point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-tester. One quickly unblocks Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Cast a spell, do it the hard way. Okay. Let's just fail. Or, let's just see what happens. Do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a supple wink from across the room. Don't you go winking at me, sir. Not allowed. We have a battle here. I don't have time for you, your good looks, your charms. Begone, thought. I believe in you, Sanatsu. God dang it! Miriam notices too.
And I've always believed in you, Sanatsu, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever.
You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking?
Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you.
Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles.
It's the secret ingredient.
However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and conceals before your very eyes. Oh, great. So I told her something that basically is dooming us all. Nice. It is I, Steve, the spark monster. Steve, wait. What happened to Porco? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spark monsters are many. I think Porco had the day off. But you have conquered Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? Sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve, the spork monster, notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me. Huh? Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. You summon extra power from deep down within yourself. Give up and drop out of culinary school. Extra power, thanks. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. Wait, what? My beautiful hair, my beautiful brunette hair is turning mac and cheese orange. Okay. I guess I deserve that. I guess I do. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for. Yes, Senator, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you'd been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful, because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Sanotsu, you may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I am here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students! With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off-screen you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. I'm flying! It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Oh! Bob, what are you flying? What is flying you? Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet you see Bob hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Bob, get down from here right now! Let me guess! God dang it, let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a veggie, who am I to refuse? I thought a veggie was a salad. It looks like Bob is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say it's not the worst prank in UCSL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks? Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. Well, I have to figure out that later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow. 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I have made tender udon noodles in savory soup. Oh my word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef! Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby teak leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on! I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine. I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. Plus, rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Sanatsu, for helping me to believe in myself. 1-1, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made a uni over smooth egg custard in an egg-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof, woof. Please be gentle with my cousin. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past off all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch, my tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat it. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified! A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, one goes, does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour. Tontish contemplation. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to enter his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now, describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. Isn't that a mouthful to say? Yeah. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Sanatsu? I told you, it's a display piece. Oh, wow. She's coming hard on me, feels bad. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. Oh, no, she has done some magic thingies that kinda helps her food to look extremely good but taste like shit or something like that. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, School for the Hungry. Sprinkles doesn't seem happy. Aye. I suppose you could smell it, if you absolutely insisted. But don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral. Yeah, okay, you did something to it. You stupid girl. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up.
You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you.
And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone.
This isn't the last you've heard of me, either.
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. Two chefs! What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Oh, thank you. I need a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend in this reality into another dimension. You win! I win! You heard it first here. I win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the One and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Yeah, I don't know, like simplicity is the best, I guess. Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment, to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! Ow, ow, ow! You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Hey! One and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. Okay, you still look like a JoJo character, and this is what people... Yeah. I'm not going to say anything about that. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghost allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together... It's the Spork monster. He has totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork monster is no more. From here out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster! Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Bob. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Bob. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma. So we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of education, the son of the Chancellor of Sus. What? Such and such. Ah. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Wow, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What?
I actually feel like I knew it the whole time.
Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me?
I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I have just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank.
You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. Wow, I'm just dissing myself. I'm not mature enough. See how it is. See how it is me. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a pocket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. Colonel Sanders, what have you done, man? I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? Question mark. No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Sanotsu. I couldn't help but wonder, was our final exam team up purely an act of strategy carried out by two cunning chefs, or was it something more? I'm afraid I can't answer that question directly. Instead, I'd like to ask you a question of my own. May I have this do-see-do? Colonel Sanders extends his hand to you, and you feel a surge of energy jump off the tips of his fingers. His hand, the hand of a master chef, so dedicated to the craft of fine cookery, so tender yet refined, so milky smooth, fingers like finely pattered drumsticks. What the fuck? turned in flour, soaked in buttermilk and dusted with exotic spices. Okay, I see how it is. I'm a cannibal, it seems. Well, you must go, Colonel Sanders, you must go. But they do not reach for tongs, a knife, or even a spork. Tonight they reach for you. And though our feet may tire of dancing, I believe that this is just the beginning of our steps together. Colonel Sanders, will you not only join me on the dance floor, but in the kitchen as my co-chef and partner in both business and in life? You gasp. Could it be? Is he really saying? Me and you together? Ever since I met you, my dream has changed. It's not enough to simply open the world's greatest chain of fried chicken restaurants. No, even then, my life would be incomplete without you by my side. So what do you say, partner? I say, I love you, Colonel Sanders. The end. Oh, God dang it. KFC presents. It has been Colonel Sanders. I love you, something. And this is not just signing out. Bye.